I recently got a letter from someone asking, hey, should I get rid of my Makita 36 volt or dual battery LXT and swap over to Makita XGT? And that's actually a great question, one I've been kind of wondering about for a while. Now, we've seen a lot of reviews, we've watched maybe tools and stuff videos. He's got access to a lot of Makita XGT tools, and he does a lot of reviews on those. Now, XGT does come out on top pretty much every single time. I don't think I've seen a single one where a 36 volt tool has lost versus an XGT tool. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that XGT is going to be better in every case of scenario. And so probably one question you're wondering is, do I get better runtime with XGT? And that's sort of hard to say exactly. Now, I will say, look at the batteries. So look at the bottom of any power tool battery. It's going to have a few different pieces of information here. So it's going to be a 40 volt max battery. We know it's 5 amp hour battery, but the important part to read here is it's going to be 180 watt hours. Basically, that's a measurement of the total amount of basically energy storage this battery has. Now, this is the XGT 5 amp hour battery. Of course, it's going to be exactly double a regular LXT 5 amp hour battery, something you'd run on probably the 36 volt tools. Each one of these batteries is going to be 90 watt hours, so two of these put together, or running at the same time on one tool, is going to be the exact same amount of power you're going to get with an XGT battery. Now, take that for a grain of salt exactly, because it's not entirely true. That's just basically a measurement of the amount of power stored in those batteries. That's not including the amount of power that those batteries can output at one time. It's also not a measurement of those different type of motors in those tools. So the XGT tools are probably going to have newer motors that are going to be more efficient and more powerful at the exact same time. So of course that can translate to longer runtime and more power, but not necessarily, is it going to be worth it to spend that kind of money? So the blower I've got behind me here, I spent about 160 bucks in that blower, whereas the XGT blower kit is going to run me $369 with a 4 amp hour battery right now in a kit. They don't really have a tool only option just yet. I'm sure that once they're out for quite a bit longer, we're going to see some more tool only options coming out soon. So do I think 36 volt tools are not worth it anymore? Actually, I think they're actually quite worth it still. Because it comes with the string trimmer and the blower, in my opinion, for my size of yard, I actually don't even run my string trimmer at speed 3, I actually run at speed 2, because speed 3 is so fast it whips a lot of grass and dirt and rocks around, and I don't want to get hit in the face by rocks all the time when I'm using my string trimmer. So when it comes to LXT batteries, you might already have a bunch. I've got 30, 40 batteries from LXT still, and running 36 volt tools, it's not really adding a lot of weight. There's not really any downsides to them, other than, of course, they're not the latest XGT, that single battery platform right now. Now let's not get into XGT 80 volt, where you can run dual XGT batteries. Those tools are not really here in the States just yet. I know there's at least the power cutter right now, or the concrete cutter is one of the big tools you can pick up right now. But of course, that's going to run you over $2,000 for that, and I really don't have a use for that tool anyways. So, should you ditch LXT 36 volt tools for XGT? Well, it's going to be more of a case-by-case basis. For me, I use chainsaws a lot. I need a lot of power. I like a lot of runtime. So going XGT for the chainsaws makes a lot of sense. But the blower string trimmer, I like the additional power. I definitely need the more runtime on those, but 36 volt meets my needs totally fine. So guys, hope this answers your question. If you have any comments, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Take care and have a great day.